What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? What's good? What's good? We tuning in for another video, man. Y'all see, today is about some business, man. About some business moves today. I told y'all I'm gonna start putting y'all on game with everything, man. I'm just start filming how I move around. I'm gonna just start filming how I move around. It involves cars, but it's a lot of knowledge I can give people that I give on Facebook. I sprinkle a little bit, but I'm like sprinkle a little bit among everything. So today we're about to head to the bank. I got to make some moves because I told you I'm about to be buying a load of equipment. But I need to do something I ain't been doing. I ain't done. Well, I need to start. I say I have done, but I'm about to open up another business, bank account, another one. So like I said, I'm trying to have multiple business. Well, I got multiple business going on, so I'm about to open up another business account and all that. So I'm going to talk to y'all about that, how that work and all that, because I'm about to hire somebody. About to hire somebody to be a part of this team right here in this thing. Then the other stuff I might talk about later on down the line that I got going on, but right now we about to get this going. So been a one-man entity for a long time, so we about to hire somebody for that. So I'm gonna be talking to y'all about that when we get back. All right, y'all, so just got to the bank. It's see, about to get it in. So I'm gonna come out here, man. We're gonna handle this account. Then I'm gonna get back and holler at y'all on the business side, so stay tuned. All right, y'all, see, we back. We back. Got everything taken care of. See, boom, I got the count taken care of and all that good stuff. So sit down. We had to make a I made a withdrawal too, cause like I said, I'm about to buy some equipment. I'm showing this strictly for motivational purposes. As always, y'all know I give y'all some here and there. So we made the withdrawal. That's what we took out today. All this going into the business or whatever. So this getting invested into the business. So I pulled out $8,000 today. So we're gonna leave that right there. But I want to talk to y'all about getting to that point or whatever, which I already gave people the story anyway. It just take a lot of hard work, dedication, determination, all that, and it just a desire to want to do better and a will to win, and definitely putting yourself in the position to win, meaning around the right people, around the right environment, feeding your mind the right stuff at night, not looking at BS, only engaging in BS when it brings you SDC only. That's the only time. If it don't bring you SDC, don't do it. So if it's in real life and somebody trying to knock you off your rocker, just walk away, leave them alone. They ain't worth it. You got bigger stuff shaking. That's what I'm saying. If it's gonna bring you SDC, social digital currency, then you do it. Then you entertain them. But just being around the right environment, the right people and all that stuff, that is how you achieve that, and stuff that I'm doing and stuff people above me doing and other people. That's how you make it happen, man. It got to all be up here and all that. So we got the business account started. Like I said, another business account. A good thing to know. People might not tell you this. I wasn't fed this until luckily I got people that's higher than me, above me, that decide to pour into me that, hey Jay, this how you need to move, and want to feed me information. But it's good to have multiple accounts, and I'm not talking 2, 3, I'm talking multiple accounts. Now I'm not gonna break down why, cause I don't want to get too in depth with that stuff, cause it'll be a lot of stuff to take in, at one time when you all new to it. But if you starting a business, man, get you a business account, man. I just launched another LLC. Do your stuff right, even if you know you're a one-person entity for the moment, still go get you a business bank account, because when it comes to handling your taxes or just other finances and stuff, it make it a whole lot easier. I mean, if you're dealing with employees, if you're just dealing with yourself, like I said, you're a single entity LLC, it still makes stuff a whole lot easier. You know, go get your EIN. It's not needed all the time, but like for opening a bank account or business account, the EIN makes stuff a whole lot better. You know, definitely got to have your certificate of establishment, which, you know, you can go through the Secretary of State, through wherever you located, and you can get that. It doesn't cost a lot of money to start a LLC, to start a company. It's really called starting a company. It's not called a business license. Like I said, it's called, the legitimate term is a certificate of organization, which you're basically, or a certificate of establishment. You're basically launching a company. So when you do a LLC or a corp, and you know LLC is the most popular because it protects your assets. Of course, that's under the company, but it protects your assets. And then, you know, in the case of being an influencer, you know, it protects everything basically. So it protects the company's assets. That's why a lot of people get an LLC versus running as a sole proprietorship or corporation and all that stuff on the line. Hopefully, God forbid, you never run into that situation, but still it's good to get an LLC. Now, if it's not a rush on it, it can be anywhere from $100 to $150. If you want to get the process expedited, the review process, you might pay $300 to $350 upwards tops, and you can get the process expedited, and you can get your business reviewed ASAP Rocky and all that. Then, you know, you can go get your EIN. It costs nothing. You go through the process. You get your EIN through the IRS website. You can get that right away, and boom, you good to go. From there, you know, depending on what you're into, you got to get certain permits, depending on what you're selling. Like if you're in the food industry, you definitely got to have different permits. If you're going to be selling to the public, you know, pailers licenses and stuff like that. It's different things for different people, depending on what you're into. But you definitely want to get to starting a business account or whatever, because it just makes the process easier, man, the tax process and stuff. And then, you know, I talk about how you can, you know, you can cut that down by basically working for your own company, paying yourself. You paying yourself a salary or whatever you pay bi-weekly, monthly, you pay yourself. And then I talk about that too. And it's a lot of benefit, man. You just gotta educate yourself on that stuff. But you know, like I said, I'm launching another business. I'm about to be launching probably 1 to 2 more this year, for sure. At least for sure 1 more. I got all the groundwork plan and everything, so I'm gonna be getting on that. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff shaking, which is why I said I'm probably not gonna build ain't no problem. I'm not building a car this year, versus I've been building them the last 2 to 3 years. I've been building something, so I'm not gonna do it this year. I'm just finishing up what I got, and I guess you can count Dolo as a build. I mean, I don't. It's just because he putting a new engine in it, remixing suspension, but I don't count it as a ground up build. So it's cause I got so much stuff going on. We got the shop. I'm about to get the shop shaking, get it put up where the storage first. I'm about to get these trees back here removed. I'm gonna start filming that and showing y'all. I ain't show y'all last time, show the clips. But them trees right there, all them tall trees, the storage I get gonna be like a 2-story storage. So we gotta get some of them trees chopped down. So I'm probably gonna get my guy out here probably next week to get on that, cause I'm ready to go ahead and get that building. Gonna get plowed down and it's out of here. So when the storage get up, then I can start on the shop, because other than that, there would literally be no way to get that storage building back there. So the storage has to come in first before the shop. So we about to do that too. But yeah, man, on the business tip, like I said, just it's just about, man, handling your business, you know, having the mindset and the drive to do that, and just talking to the right people, being surrounded by the right people, and you know, especially doing with what the people that's in what you in. Cause some people can tell you the gist of starting a business, They might have a brick and mortar business. That's why I don't like people that get on the internet and say, hey man, this ain't right, this ain't. No, it's not. Time's different, man. It's not 60s and 70s no more. It's just real life. So it's stuff that even when starting a business, it's stuff that you necessarily don't have depending on the space you in. Like, I could have kept running for years like I run because I'm a social media influencer, at least on that side of things, you know, not with my other stuff, but with the social media influencer, it's a lot of stuff you don't necessarily have to have. But if you're talking to a brick and mortar business owner, they might tell you different. You need to get this, you need to get that, which in reality, if you're running as a sole proprietor, you're completely fine. You know, so I don't really like people that in that type of headspace, like, well, I got a business. Just cause you got a business don't mean you right. Just like a guy just said, he works in the finance department. He might comment and still said that I gave out bad information, which wasn't true. It was false, man. I have literally, what I told y'all in the video talking about credit, I have personally done it twice. So sometimes people can give you bad information, and even, you know, you can't look at it like you're an expert with everything. Like, I know social media. People call me an expert, but I never classify myself as expert. I have helped multiple people get monetized. I do know this stuff. I know this stuff in my sleep. I've been doing it years. I'm highly qualified, but I would not come on here and say I'm an expert, because it's still sometimes you can make a mistake with something. I don't care if you've been doing it 30 years. So I'm telling y'all the stuff like with business that I have personally done. So in stuff I came across. So if you want to get in the influencer space, sometimes before you go to making business license and all that, you might not need a LLC. It depends on what you're doing, what you're filming. You might not need a LLC. You might can just get a DBA. Or in my case, you know, you might have a LLC, which is your parent company, and then you got separate entities under that, which can be DBAs, versus, you know, you can split the cost up versus starting different companies. Some people won't tell you that. Instead of just keep paying formation to start other companies, you can just do DBAs under your parent company. But like I said, man, even jumping back to, you know, bad information, man, just be careful who you listen to at the end of the day. If 9 times out of 10, if I come on here, when I'm talking stuff like this, I have personally done it. And I know, like when I said about the credit, that right there, I never had but 2 car notes in my entire life. And it was by choice, cause of planning to do something else. This right here, I paid it off way early. I knocked my interest rate down dramatically. My interest, I knocked it down dramatically. My other car, I paid it off super early. And my wife had 1 car note, which she bought it. The car she bought was a year old at the time. Paid it off super early. Knocked the interest rate down on all of them. So I'm just telling y'all what I know. If you get caught up in a fixed interest, then you can't do that. These are the facts. And I just made a post on Facebook, cause it was funny, man. I made a post on Facebook, and some of my buddies that actually own car lots, both buy here, pay here, and one that is the manager of the whole thing, said the same thing. Ways you can get rid of interest: pay it off early, overpayment, which is still technically paying it off early, or you can refinance, which you're gonna reset your loan. But it'll reset your loan at a lower interest rate, so you know sometimes that'll work out. But you know you do the math on that. So same thing with it, man. Like with business, before you just jumping into it, cause some people be real excited. I used to be like that years ago. You ready to start a business, this and that, and sometimes you buy stuff you don't need, or you do stuff you don't have to do. So, but if you're going to start an LLC, definitely get you a business bank account. Definitely go do that. It doesn't take a heap of money to start. You know, most people $25 to $100 deposit, you can get started, but you need to maintain a certain balance. In the type of business account you choose is based on, you need to pretty much based on how much you're bringing in currently. So if you're just starting out a business, then you want what they would consider a beginner's account. Let's say if you know you're gonna keep anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 in it at all times, that's what you need. But if you're a bigger business, you bringing in 5 figures a month plus high 5 figures and stuff, then you know you're gonna go get a different account. But you know, just start looking into this stuff, man. And I'm gonna start dropping little stuff like this or whatever. I'm all about giving people food. The car's cool, but I want to give you some food too. I ain't looking for a heap of people to listen to it. It's cool, but along the way, I've been doing it. I try to drop little hints of how I'm doing what I'm doing and how I'm progressing in life or whatever. I try to drop sprinkle little things called, you know, I don't never come on here bragging, but I do tell people, I show people stuff and let them know what type of time I'm on, cause you can't listen to just anybody, and people not gonna listen to just anybody. So sometimes you gotta let a person know, and you gotta edify yourself. If you don't know what edify yourself mean, in short, that means let a person know what time you on. You know, let them know what level you on. Like you'll edify somebody else, you give them their accolades. Like that's why I edify myself. Like in the last 5 years, I have not went backwards financially, and what I mean by that, I have never had a year where I made less than the previous year in 5 years. So I'm just saying that to say this, to edify myself and let people know I'm not leading nobody astray. You know, I'm just sprinkling a little game on how you can do it, and you can start in one place and leverage it out and spread it to other places and start out other things. So that's why I want to do this today. Bring y'all with me starting another business account, talk about an LLC, or talk about DBAs and stuff like that, but I get deeper in detail about it. So yeah, that's it. No excitement, but a whole lot of game and education. So that's it, y'all. We'll be back to it tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.